Hey guys, what is going on? Dace here, and today, we are finishing up Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, playing as Gunvolt, and then we're gonna just jump right into, the Copen run. That'll be after this episode at some point, just to space things out a little bit, but yeah, I'm loving these vids. I'm loving just sitting back, taking it real easy, and enjoying the show. So anyway, we have two main sections left, and then we have like a little bit of like after story that is unlocked. So I'll probably just do my wrapping up chit chat during that, just because like I haven't been showing any, like, as little a story as possible, because that's not the purpose of this video, but I figured I might as well just showcase a little bit of that. So we'll kind of just like let that run once we're done here. But anyway, here we are fighting the ice dude. We're in the Garden 3, which is a pretty sweet level. It's just where you go up against, like the bosses and just all that kind of stuff. So it's good times for sure. But yeah, he's got a lot of sweet attacks. Yeah, slipping around sometimes just has you taking damage that you wouldn't otherwise. Oh, what an attack. Oh, there you go, buddy. He's toast. Or is he? Oh, he has enough energy. 7 slashes. This is, as far as I know, there's no way to avoid what happens next, so it's kind of, you just sit through it and let the story proceed. Oh my god, so crazy. Once again, just amazing colors here. Everything's so vibrant and just awesome. It's not over yet, Gunvolt. You've got a job to do. And we're back into the action. So you'll recognize the aura. It's the same sort of deal as in Gunvolt 1, where you go up against Asimov and you just have this surge of power, and you can like infinitely jump and like all this stuff. Not hitting me that time, man. First phase went pretty quick. Man, these games are just so fun. The formula is just so fantastic. It's always a blast playing stuff like this. Especially when it's done as well as this has been done. Oh my god, it's so good. And who do we have next? Well, I suppose it depends which door I go into. Oh yeah, this guy. That move he just did where he throws like the thing that, like his weapon that it's spinning, so it looks like a ring, even though it's just his whatever it is. I don't often see him do that, to be honest. It's pretty rare. He's so toast. And I love the sound those make too. So good. Yeah, I'm kind of just like, I may not always be like talking constantly, which, yeah, we don't need anyway. But yeah, I sometimes just enjoy watching and just seeing the attacks, because it's one thing to like focus when you're playing, but it's another thing to just watch after the fact. It's really cool. Not this time, bitch. Man, the fact that you pretty much got like infinite flash field and all that works wonders against her, especially when she's like just floating in a certain area. You can kind of just keep hopping in the air just to maintain a certain level or whatever. I don't always use it in the fight, but it's something you can do if you want. At the time of recording this, I don't think I had even like clued into the fact that like she pretty much shows you where those blades are going to come out just with the blood splotches or whatever. So afterwards is when I was like, oh, okay, like I can just avoid these. Sometimes I would still avoid them anyway, but there wasn't that awareness right away. And then we got Crystal Dick here, thrusting the air. These two have some sweet attacks. Oh man, this is a fun fight. Like some of the others, I haven't gotten so much experience with them. It's still sloppy in a lot of ways, especially during like their third phase attack. But I really love this fight. It's so cool. I'm at least getting better with that, dodging that, because I remember the first time I did that, it felt like I was taking every sphere to the face. It was just like mayhem. And I think it's cool when you have boss fights where like you're going up against two peeps and they're just kind of like taking turns. It keeps things interesting, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Man, like talk about wild stuff. It's not often boss fights have you like switching from on the floor to the ceiling. Gravity Man in Mega Man 5 for Nintendo definitely has you going back and forth, so that's cool, but yeah, it's really wild just getting used to it in this game. But either way, they're French toast. And ever onward. And here we are at this boss. I forget her name. And what relevance she even has to the story, because like playing these games I did not once read like anything, and for good reason. There was just way too much. I mentioned it in earlier episodes. It might have been in like Gunvolt 1. Like, one of the things that turned me off when I first booted this up, or number 1, when I first booted number 1 up to play, was just the talking right off the bat. It was just like, oh, I'm not in the mood for all this useless banter. So I just didn't play. I played for like maybe 2 minutes and was like, yeah, screw this. But I'm so glad I did get into these now that the time was prime. Now, there are parts of this fight, like, it's when she's doing that, or this thing, I think. She's healing herself. You can see it going up. It goes up slowly, but she does heal herself, so you more or less want to just be doing as much damage to just get that going down faster than she will recover as she gradually does this phase more and more. But all in all, the game, like number 2, is very simple. It really didn't take much of anything to just be able to bang it out pretty much the first attempt, to be honest. But I've never been, yeah, like as epic as it is, I've never been super stoked about any kind of enemy or boss that heals itself. That's always just like, oh, you gotta be joking me. We got one of these. Give me a break, man. But again, like other things in this game, it keeps you just making every action count, every second count. So in that sense, I'm glad they have included things like that, because it just, yeah. Like, yeah, again, it's not like anything challenges you in this situation or feels overly threatening, but it does add that layer of like, oh, the pressure's on, like make sure you're staying on top of it. Otherwise, it's just undoing the damage you've already done. Yeah, tried to slice me, but not this time. I'm not sure what's up with the diamond she has, but I think it just serves as like a shield, and you've got to break that before you can tag her and damage her again. And I think I didn't mean to use Luxcalibur there. I think I was going for something else entirely, but I just happened to do it because, yeah, I remember there being something in this fight that was like, oh, come on, man. I didn't even want to do that and use up the two energy bars or whatever. But it happens, so whatevs. And she's almost done. She's got some really cool attacks. I like the blue sword one and the vine one especially. Those like mechanical worm or whatever they are. That's super cool. And I think, yeah. So we'll just go through this. Because it jumps right into the like secret boss stuff, which we're gonna want to do, of course. So yeah, that'll be good times. So if you're playing as Gunvolt, then you will be fighting, look who it is, Copen. And if you're playing as Copen, then ooh, big surprise, you're going up against Gunvolt in this epic sanctuary. Like, just look at the background, the gorgeous yellows. Like, it just has such a nice, like, sun-soaked, warm feel to it. So the thing with this, well, actually, I'll just wait until we actually finish him off, and then I'll explain things a little more. But I'm not sure. I didn't play like this enough, and I didn't look it up. But I'm not sure what is with the, like, the bar. Maybe that's just when he's gonna fire, or when he can do things like dashes or something. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. But it's the same when you're playing as Copen. Then Gunvolt has that above him. But because I've only done this fight like twice or something, I didn't really pay attention. It was just like, oh, okay, as long as we just blast like mad and take him down, then we're good. Oh man, as if I was looking into that when I could have just avoided it. And I did not mean to do that either. Oh man, oh man. But it's neat that he's got attacks from Gunvolt 1. Man, seriously guys, if you are into stuff like this, please, and if you've not played these two games, please just buy the Striker pack and play through 1 and 2, if nothing else. Don't you touch him. Oh, plot twist. Look at the colors, and look at those colors. Like, just rainbow overload is just amazing. Okay, so now that he has his aura and we don't, he definitely has the advantage. So first things first is we heal, and then the only way that you, as far as I know, the only way you can actually tag him is if you do it while he's within your, like, flash field vicinity. And he was proving to be a bit of a pest here, because my lack of experience with the boss, for one, didn't help, but I think we clear things up pretty quickly regardless. But those things, just like in Gunvolt 1, when Asimov shoots them, like, it totally drains your flash field bar, so you want to be totally avoiding those, and then just getting your tags in. Otherwise, like, yeah, like that, like, you're screwed, you're not doing anything to them. So once that gets cleaned up, then things can actually go smoothly. But as long as you hang on, then it's good to go. Oh man, he's getting ferocious. Yeah, it's definitely time to heal up. Just to be on the safe side. Because it is a pretty messy fight this time around, that's for sure. Oh, as if. I don't think I could move there for whatever reason. I was just, like, locked in place. Oh man, that's so lame. And then you gotta wait. But it doesn't matter because he's going down for sure. Oh man, fantastic. So yada yada yada. Cool. And I don't think that's supposed to be like 3 hours, 24 minutes or whatever it was, because I was not at that. Jeez. For 3 hours, that would be insane, man. You can do the whole game in less than that. But anyway, yeah, we're kind of just like skipping the blah blah blah. And it's neat because when, for either character, if you've unlocked the like true secret ending, then you'll have like this shard that shows up. Whereas if you just do the game normally, I don't think that's there. Unless I'm thinking of the first game title or credit screen. I could be mistaken. I wouldn't quote me on it, but it seemed new to me at the time anyway, so whatevs. So blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, we'll just enjoy these visuals as I wrap things up. But yeah, that's Gunvolt 2. I just refer to it as that because it's easier than saying Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, playing as Gunvolt. Because yeah, screw that. But yeah, like just like I said, absolutely kick-ass game. Like these just pulled me right in, and literally I played nothing else for the last few days, just crushing Gunvolt 1 and then just getting right into number 2, and it was the same thing. Now interestingly enough, you can't actually do the true secret like final boss whatever until both characters have, I think it's 80% of the challenges completed. So what happened was, like, I got to a certain point in my Gunvolt file, and then it was like, okay, well now I've got to start playing as Copen and get that up there. So I think part of why the end stuff was sloppy too was because yeah, I was playing as Copen for a while, so I got used to his mechanics and his controls, and then coming back to Gunvolt, it was like, oh yeah, like it doesn't play like that. I do this instead. So there were a few things that kind of like tripped me up. But anyway, here we are. That wraps things up. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm stoked to get to the Copen vids, so stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys next time.